Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Trivia League Unlimited TLU Tournament. Good time. Always love a good tournament. So we got a fun one today. Another round one. We have Matthew Chen versus Tony Durso. And with me to call the action is my co-host, Calamity John. How are you?
Doing good, Bill. You know, this is the second match we're airing. The first match, I think we got all the kinks out, so this should go a little smoother. I'm definitely not making a wheel while you're talking. I'm able to look at you and talk to you. That's a plus. Yeah. And I'm excited about this match. Both these guys are solid. They're like, and when I think of solid, these are guys that come to mind immediately. So I'm excited to see them play each other.
Yeah, two good players. I don't think these guys have ever played against each other in singles, so. To the best of my recollection, I don't think it's ever happened.
We got it.
Should be a good time. Yeah. So with that, we will bring in Matthew Chen and his manager, Joe Harrison. How are you both doing?
I'm doing great.
I am doing great too. I'm excited to be here. Excited I was able to pick up Matthew and Alex. They were both on the board, so I was able to snag them up. And I'm very excited to see how Matthew does in this tournament.
Cool. All right, Matt. All right, Matthew.
I just want to say that I'm excited to be here. A completely new format. New factions. So I feel like this should just be a really exciting time.
All right.
The world's upside down. It's crazy. So, all right, cool. Men a few words. I like it. So with that, we will drop you backstage and bring in your opponent, Mr. Tony Durso, and his manager, the lovely Cody Newberry. How are you?
Thank you.
Cody has the most experienced manager in the league.
I do. What you saw earlier, hopefully, maybe I got better. Who knows? No, this is exciting. When I saw Tony and Kaiser on the board, it was a real easy choice for me. Tony is one of those players that I would love to have managed in multiplex, but Fun DMC has him. So when he was on the board, there was no question who I'm taking. He's got so much knowledge. He takes strategy really into the game. He wants to win. So that's all I need on my team is a person that wants to win. But this format, I've seen this format, two good players and chew them up and spit them out. So, it will be patient, work through, and I think we have a shot. Chen is really good too. No shot at Chen. He had a great season last year in multiplex, and he's going to continue. But I think this new format could be the breaking point for some.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the new format works. But, hey, like Cody said, might be a learning curve, but hey, let's have some fun, win.
All right.
Don't get Chen.
Don't get Chen. Yeah.
Let's go.
With that, we will, But, right. We should probably work that in every once in a while. Or our landlords get pissed. We will bring in your opponent, and John will go over the rules of round number 1.
Before I go over the rules of round 1, you do have 3 repeats and a challenge. Those do not come into play in round 1 currently, so we'll save those for round 2 and 3. How round 1 works, however, it is our version of the speed round. There are 8 questions total. I'll read a question. There'll be a 10-second pause. Bill will read your second question. We'll alternate back and forth until we've read you all 8 questions. After 10 seconds after the last question is read, it is pens down, and we're going to review your boards one at a time, all 8 questions at a time. Then we'll tell you the correct answers. Any questions?
Cool. All right, John. Can I read the first question?
You can read the first question. Shows what I said is just the reverse of it.
This brings a smile to my heart because it's horror. And your question is, who plays the titular character in 2001's Bones? The faceless I'm looking at for that one. I'm sorry.
You've got to be a fan of Bones.
Oscar winner Bones. It did not win an Oscar.
Your second question comes in the category of animated. What U.S. city serves as the setting for Oliver and Company?
So this is like an erotic thriller, right? Oliver and Company?
Definitely. There's the scene with the where they tie him up and they put the ball gag in his mouth is crazy. You should definitely watch that movie.
It's a kid's movie. It's great.
It is. Yeah, the ball gag is cute. It squeaks.
Your next question comes in the category of Westerns. Who directed Rio Lobo? Never heard of that film.
Yeah, me either.
Probably just a bunch of old dead white people.
So. Yeah, most of them, I would believe.
Probably at this
Your
point.
fourth question comes in the category of mystery thriller. What condition does Rachel suffer from in The Girl on the Train?
This is an odd film.
I read the book, and
I hear the book's good, but I don't read.
Books are freaking banger.
Books are for nerds.
Yeah, books are banger.
All right. This is me, right? Question 5. All right. Comes into 2000s. In Taken, Brian has one of the Albanian kidnappers translate and read back a note to him that says what in English? And we're looking for 2 words. Give you a few extra seconds on that one. That was a lot. Dope flick, though.
Your few extra seconds are up. In comedy, what year saw the releases of The Jerk and Monty Python's Life of Brian?
Both solid films.
Definitely both solid. 100%.
All right. And sticking with that, we're going to go into the 1970s for your penultimate question. Gonna Fly Now by Bill Conti is the theme for what 70s sports film? Okay.
And finally, your last question is in the category of family. What baseball team does Benny end up playing for at the end of The Sandlot?
Good film. Good solid flick. So
I'm seeing confidence. I'm not seeing any erasing on the board. That's good. I think we're getting in a good place. So we're going to wind it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, guys. Good round. We're going to review Matthew's answers first. So, Matthew, if you could turn your board around, starting with who plays Bones in Bones? Anthony
Just guess.
Hopkins.
I don't know.
Sure. The setting of Oliver and Company, New York City. Who directed Rio Lobo? John Ford. Rachel has cancer. No answer for number 5. 1978 for The Jerk and Monty Python's Life of Brian. Rocky for Gonna Fly Now and the Oakland A's. Okay, I am conducting your answers. Fantastic.
all right.
Okay, and we'll look at Tony's board. Tony has Bruce Campbell, New York City. Howard Hawks, Dyslexia, Good Luck, 1979, Rocky, and the LA Dodgers. Thank you, Tony. And the correct answers. Who plays the title character in 2001's Bones? That is Oscar-winning actor Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, baby.
Oh, now I remember that movie. Shit.
Yes.
What U.S. city serves as the setting for Oliver and Company? New York City. I think you both got that right. Who directed Rio Lobo? Howard Hawks. What condition does Rachel suffer from in The Girl on the Train? Alcoholism.
Alcoholism. We're for alcoholism. She's drunk.
In Taken, Brian has one of the Albanians read back what to him? Good luck. What year saw the release of The Jerk and Monty Python's Life of Brian? 1979. Gonna Fly Now is the theme from Rocky. And Benny plays for the LA Dodgers at the end of The Sandlot. With the answers I saw, I have Tony up 6-2. Is that what you have?
That's what I have.
Okay. Here is how round 2 works. Round 2, you guys were there. You drafted a wheel. Your strengths are each on the wheel. So Studio Ghibli, post-2000s Amir Khan are on the wheel, along with several other categories, which I'll read off to you. You got history biopics, animated, crime, recent releases, Oscars, and YA coming of age. Of course, there is a spinner's and opponent's choice wedge on there as well. That being said, Tony, you're in the lead. You have the choice. You want to spin first or kick it over to Matthew?
Good job, Tony. You want to spend second?
Yeah, let's defer.
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Positively shocking. All right. We'll
We'll bring in
in
Joe and Matthew. There's your first spin. It's away. Lands on Studio Ghibli. I'm going to imagine you're going to stick with that.
Yes, I will take that.
Hey, get round 1 out of your head. Just focus on this round. Keep going forward. Check down if you need to.
Now, Bill, the real question of the night is, do you want to read these or do you want me to read these, knowing that Amir Khan might come up later?
I will take the Studio Ghibli as I've seen.
That is the correct answer. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Matthew, if you're ready for your questions, the Studio Ghibli. Ghibli. Question number.
Yeah.
Okay. How many Studio Ghibli films were directed by Hayao Miyazaki?
$10.
That is incorrect. Tony, chance for a 2-point steal.
I'm gonna say 8.
That is correct for a 2-point steal. All right.
Can I bring in my manager?
Absolutely.
How confident are you that he's directed 10?
I mean, I feel pretty good about that number just because I feel like the thing is I don't know how they would get to 8, I guess.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it's possible that they would miss one of them, but I didn't think that they would be missing 2, at least, in my head. So
Do you want to go for it in case they missed one and just need to give you a new question?
I think let's just
All right.
go for it.
All right.
we
We have a
will
challenge.
pause here. The challenge is officially out, and I will do some research. After the challenge, we did go through the Studio Ghibli filmography, and Matthew's original answer of 10 is correct. So we are going to award Matt his 2 points in that.
All right. And you do get to keep your challenge.
You
So
do
with
keep
that, if you're ready for question number 2.
Mhm.
Grave of the Fireflies takes place during which war?
World War II.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. The witch, Yubaba, runs what kind of establishment in Spirited Away?
It's a bathhouse.
That is also correct for 2 points. And the lead. All right. Your next question. Which Studio Ghibli film features a cat bus?
My Neighbor Totoro.
That is also correct for 2 points. And your final question. What is the most recently released Studio Ghibli film?
Earwig and the Witch.
And that is a clean sweep. Studio Ghibli, with Matthew getting a score up to 12, if I did my math right.
That is correct. I had to double check, make sure Earwig and the Witch was the most recently released film, so just so we wouldn't have a challenge. But that is correct and right, so it's good. All right. Now we will go over to Tony for his first spin. Let's bring Cody back in. Cody is still looking a little upset, but he's okay.
No, I just I don't want to. I will say this off call, so we will spin. Sorry.
All right, your first spin. And it almost lands on Miracom, but you got animated. Do you want to take that or spin again?
I think we should spin that again, right?
Yeah, let's spin that again.
Yeah, let's spin it again.
And it almost lands on it again, but you get history biopics. So
All right, just take your time. We need some points, but you had a good lead going on round 1, so
Okay.
All right. Tony, ready for your questions in history/biopics?
Yep.
Let me remove the wheel.
Drop
There
that
we go.
wheel out. Your first question. What actor plays the role of Thomas Edison in The Current War?
Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice answers are A, Colin Firth, B, Jude Law, C, Nicholas Hoult, or D, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That is correct for a point. Your second question. In The Monuments Men, an army unit is assembled to search for which type of stolen items?
Stolen art.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What actor turned director directed 2014's Unbroken?
Angelina Jolie.
That is correct for 2 points. Question 4. The Hurricane centers around what sport?
Boxing.
Correct for 2 points. And your final question. What type of job does Jamie Escalante hold in Stand and Deliver?
He is a teacher.
Also for a near clean sweep for a 9 out of 10 points. bringing your score up to 15 to Matthew's 12 as we go into round 3. Round 3 is the mastery round. You guys chose a category you feel that you're experts in. We wrote a 2-point, a 3-point, a 5-point question in those categories. We'll ask you those questions, and we'll start with Matthew with his questions in Studio Ghibli. Since Bill read you those questions, I'll read your questions in round 3, and Bill can read the Amir Khan questions. So good for you, Bill.
Super duper.
Your 2-point question in Studio Ghibli. Ghibli's first film, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, was released in what year? Five, four, three. Yes, you can. It's your first repeat. Ghibli's first film, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, was released in what year?
1984.
For 2 points. You're still behind by 1, so we'll go on to your 3-point question. In which Ghibli film will you find the main character cursed to have the face of a pig?
Porco Rosso.
And that is correct for 3 points and the lead. And we'll go over to Tony for his 2 points.
All right, Tony, if you're ready for your 2-point question in post-2000s America.
That's right.
All right, let's do it. What year saw the releases of Fana and Rang de Basanti?
— 2006.
That's correct for 2 points and a tie game.
Since Tony has more questions left, we'll just stick with him for his 3-point.
Absolutely. So, cool. Just want to make sure I can read all this right. All right. If you're ready for your 3-point question.
Yep.
How is Kalpana killed in Ganjini? Five.
Stabbed.
That is correct for 3 points and the lead.
And we're back for your 5-point question in Studio Ghibli. In When Marnie Was There, Anna is sent to live with relatives after suffering what medical incident?
An asthma attack.
For 5 points. So we'll go back over to Tony for his 5-pointer in post-2000s Amir Khan. If he hits it, he wins. If he misses it, Matthew will be the winner.
All right. If you're ready, Tony.
Yep.
For 5 points. The championship of which weight class is being decided at the 1988 Seoul Olympics when Mahavir wrestles his coworker in the beginning of Dangle? Five, four, three, two.
Repeat,
One.
please.
That is Tony's first repeat. The championship of which weight class is being decided at the 1988 Seoul Olympics when Mahavir wrestles his coworker at the beginning of Dangle? Five, four, three, two.
Repeat.
There's your second repeat. The championship of which weight class is being decided at the 1988 Seoul Olympics when Mahavir wrestles his coworker at the beginning of Dangle?
75 kilograms.
And your winner, Matthew Chen. The correct answer is 72. With 72.
So close. That's crazy. With that, we'll go to our post-match interview, starting with our second place finisher, Cody Durso, and his manager. Cody.
Give me a sec. Here we go.
Guys,
I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, growing pains and tough questions. I don't think 5 corners are meant to be hard. I don't know, if what to say about that. Guys, your thoughts.
I have a lot of thoughts, but to save my face and stay in this league, I will not stress them on call. I have no clue. Like the how I'm sweeping Ghibli back here playing in round 2, and he's in a master class and he gets that in round 2 is crazy to me. It was just an uphill battle. We were in this game, and then I don't know. It just was something. You got close to a number, so I don't know what else you could have done today besides do what you did. But yeah, that was rough.
I mean, sucks. Never fun losing. My first time being below 500, which sucks.
There's only one match to get you back there, so
yeah. I mean, I'm like in another league. I'm so buried under 500. It's actually a crying shame. So don't.
I mean, it. That was that 5-pointer was a. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
We'll be back.
Exactly.
No, you played fantastic all throughout.
Your round 1 was the greatest round 1 we'll probably ever see. So that is
probably. I mean, you murdered it.
It is the bar to beat.
Yeah, and then going 9 out of 10 in round 2 on a category that wasn't your strength is nothing to sneeze at. So, with that said, your time of the tournament is over, but your season is not over yet. So we will have something for you relatively soon. So, anybody looking forward to playing in this new format league? Anything like
that? Whoever.
Cool. That's always the answer.
Yeah.
With that said, I'm sure we will see you very soon. So thank you, Tony, and thank you, Cody, as we bring in your winner and his manager, Matthew Chen, Joe Harrison. Matthew, how you feel?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I definitely thought I was out of it after round 1. Like that round 1 just entirely not in my wheelhouse, but so I thought I was out of it, but I got lucky with my round 2 spin, and I think Tony is an incredible player and just wasn't able to show that today, but just got unlucky a little bit. But I think I'm just excited to get this first win here.
For Studio Ghibli fans, what a match! What a match for you guys if you're watching at home.
A lot of Ghibli. A lot of
Ghibli in this match. Yes.
Yeah. I think Matthew misspoke a little bit. Tony did prove he's an incredible player. Mixing 72 and 75, that's just a fluke for someone of his caliber. You performed great in round 2 and round 3. We just got to work out some kinks in round 1, and I think you're a real threat in this league and this tournament.
Well, speaking of tournaments, you do move on to the next round here, and your opponent is one Mr. Caleb Boatman.
Okay, great, awesome.
Hey, it's not going to be an easy road to the to the championship, but you're up for it.
Do you feel bearded Caleb is a better competitor than clean shaven Caleb?
You know what? That's a very good question. It makes a big difference there. Yeah. But I'm definitely excited to play him. He's definitely very strong. But with this new format, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, we're glad to have you, Joe. Matthew, thank you for joining us. Congratulations again, and we'll close it out. A come from behind victory. Definitely after round 1, it looked a little lopsided, but Matthew had a great spin in round 2, and he hit all his stuff in round 3, and that is how you do it. That is how you come from behind and win.
Yeah. Tony had the lead pretty much all throughout, and just it's a bitch of a 5-pointer. It happens.
Just one question can do it for you in this league, unfortunately.
So. All right. Well, with that being said, I have been your host, Philadelphia, along with Calamity John. I want to thank our competitors, Matthew, Tony, and our managers, Joe and Cody. Buy our shit. I forgot to say that the last time, but buy our shit. That'd be great. We'll see.
We might
you
have
back
our
here.
own shit in the shit.
We don't have our own shit, but buy our landlord shit because they're nice to us and they let us live here.
They'll make shit
So,
for us eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that being said, thank you very much. Hit the button, Frank.